Welcome to Zion, a world of red rocks and daily scorching sun. Recently, I've been living in this Airstream, a temporary reprieve from my road trip across America in my camper van. Though I'm not quite sure this luxury Airstream is any better than my van with all of the trouble it causes this week. Regardless, each day here has brought a different hike in the national park, so the hot tub is definitely a great place to recover and rest with a stunning view. Though if we're being honest, relaxation has never been my forte. My brain is always calculating what to do next, making mental to-do lists, dreaming of the next big project. And it's hard to stop those whirlwinds in my mind telling me every second that I'm not working, I'm failing myself or my future. Burnout has been nipping at my heels often lately. And while the knowledge that rest, recovery, and reflection can lead me to my best state and taking bounding steps towards healthy success, I still struggle with just taking a moment to breathe it all in and appreciate the day for what it is. But sitting here in this hot tub, I finally found that peace. No, I'm totally lying. After I filmed this, I started editing again and I have no self-control. But there is no shame in having things to work on within ourselves, especially when we have acknowledged that struggle. But a vacation without my van and being with my family definitely has me thinking. Anyway, I thought we could start our time together with a tour of this Airbnb Airstream my mom and I have been staying in. Alright, welcome to the Airstream. So starting with the dining area, we have a table and 2 chairs. This could seat a whole family. We actually have been napping on the couch, so it's also like an extra bed. There's also a fan, a skylight, an air conditioner, then another skylight, then another fan all the way down there. Of course, with the couch, we have a TV and our Dometic refrigerator, which doesn't work. We don't want to talk about it. But it has a freezer as well. It is gigantic. You can fit everything in here. But also, I shouldn't be opening it because, again, it doesn't work. And over here, we have a lot of storage and a shower, the full bathroom, some cabinetry, and something that I have been considering putting in my van build after seeing this. Wait for it. Ah, it's so beautiful. Then you've got some upper cabinetry that just kind of slides closed, a stove, an oven. Is this a stove or is this the oven? This is the stove, this is the oven. I was right, no. You've got a sink, a Keurig, plenty of storage. After using the stove in this Airstream, I know I definitely want an easier system for my next camper van cooking system. I think having to set up the stove each time makes me not want to cook as much, so I've been thinking a lot about either having it under my kitchen counter ready to go with some hinges that flip up, or on a pull-out drawer from my closet. But overall, I've just been thinking a lot lately about what things I wish were more streamlined, compact, or included in my current van build, and the days have been ticking down until my current camper van is gone and I start my next build. But more on that and some exciting news about the sale in just a moment. So this door is the full shower. You've got your sink, you've got your toilet, you've got towels and a mirror, hey there, and everything you could possibly need with lots of extra storage down here too. And on this side, of course, is a shower. Got all the basics in here, nothing too crazy. And finally, the bedroom, which is just a bedroom. So I don't know what you want to know about it. It's a bed, it got some windows, and that's it. Oh my goodness, look at you. Zion National Park is an international dark sky park, and sometimes even the Milky Way is visible from all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. And under the clear, beautiful sky, and after 2 months of road tripping across America in my camper van, I can take a deep breath and celebrate that I finally made it to the western United States. But I actually made it here without my van, which is actually now back in the Northeast because I've officially gotten a deposit for the sale, which is honestly kind of scary. I've lived in my van full-time for almost 3 years now. I'll be back to square one on a whole new van build, and being out in the open air of my favorite state has me reminiscent on all of the could-have-beens of the end of this road trip. I wanted to stealth camp the Prada building in the Texas desert, see the San Antonio Riverwalk, visit Area 51, and I wanted to finally open my sliding door to beautiful views instead of Walmarts and rest stops. But if I have learned anything in the last few years, it's that those what-ifs always seem silly in retrospect, and we always end up exactly where we're meant to be. Every day when we wake up, the universe always seems to have bigger plans than we can imagine. And I find that so many of the best things in my life I only came by because of some of the worst things in my life led me there. Sometimes it's small inconveniences, and sometimes it's failing at a lifelong dream. But even the darkest moments in my life have led me here, on this path that I think I truly believe is where I most belong. More than any path I myself had planned or originally dreamed of. I guess I just didn't realize how hard it would be to say goodbye to my van, and that the plan is all mixed up because the buyer's actually on the East Coast. But with all of this said, I still know it will take me exactly where I'm meant to be. So all of this to say, this trip isn't going as planned, and I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with going through some disappointment now because I know something greater than my own plan could be just around the corner. Shock absorbing trekking pole. Look at us, we're official hikers.
This is not a toy. Oh,
Oops.
sorry.
So at Zion National Park, you actually can't drive to most hiking spots. You have to take a bus. So we thought our line was really long, but when we got back later in the day, it was so long, they filled the whole queue and it went all the way back to the visitor center. So I definitely recommend getting there early. I think beating the crowds can absolutely make or break a hike, and so can beating the sun, which is why we got up so early to go hiking while we were here. The visitor center was closed this early in the morning, so we actually bought our hiking sticks the day before, but when I hiked here 2 years ago, honestly, I just found a random stick on the side of the road and it worked just as well. But there's also places in town where you can rent hiking sticks and water shoes, and you'll understand in just a moment why water shoes are so important.
Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
So yeah, basically I'm the last avatar. Good morning. So today we are at the Narrows hike in Zion National Park, and it is very chilly, to be honest. And we will be hiking through a river the entire time, like through water. So it is gonna be colder. Like it's gonna be like in a canyon, so like no sun, just cold. So she did say to bring a jacket on the shuttle as we were pulling in, so that wasn't too helpful, but you know now, so if you come, bring a jacket, especially at 6 a.m. But we are very excited. Are you pumped?
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
My teeth are shattering. It is so cold. Shattering? What is the proper word? My teeth are shuddering. Shuddering? Shattering. There we go. Okay. Shattering. My teeth are not shattering. False alarm. All right. We're doing it. Off to the Narrows.
Not use your stick on your friends.
Depends. So Zion National Park is home to the deadliest hike in America. This isn't it, however, but there have been numerous deaths here because of flash flooding, and it is very serious that before anyone hikes here, they check out the weather. They have a sign that says flooding is low today, but I wouldn't trust it completely because the arrow looks easy to move by any tourist pulling a very unfunny joke. So before we got on the bus, we checked online, and yesterday we checked with a ranger at the visitor center, and there is little to no chance of a flash flood today. In 1961, a group of 5 Boy Scouts died because they experienced a flash flood while hiking here. In 1993, something similar happened to another group of scouts in the Kuala Canyon, where the 2 adult leaders were killed and the 6 survivors spent 4 days waiting for help. You actually need to get a permit from the national park to hike the whole hike here, I believe, and in an event in 2015, a group of 4 adults got permits for the day, and there was a 40% chance of a flash flood, and they headed out regardless of the rangers' warnings because rangers are only allowed to not hand out permits when there's an actual flash flood issued. In total, after the specific flood, 7 people had died in the canyon. So basically the lesson here is do not underestimate the power of water and listen to rangers and pay attention to flash flood warnings. So today, we should be fine. Probably. We'll see. Okay, we're still nervous that it's really cold, so we're gonna test it. Cold was not the right word. Cold is an understatement. That is. She was being so confident, like, we're gonna have a great time regardless. She's changed her mind. I can't wait to be waist high in that. Mine are also numb. Aren't you so excited to be waist high in this?
Yes!
Well, it's waist high on me and I'm 5'10", so.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I may have forgot to mention it's all upstream.
Oh yes, you did forget to mention that.
Oops. Just to add insult to injury, when you're just walking, you have to walk across all of these rocks. So the whole thing is just a tripping hazard. We were just saying you have to have a stick. You gotta have one. You'll just fall on your face, which we're not gonna do today. Knock on some wood for me. I don't got any wood here. We've gone max up to my knees at this point, and someone just said that around the corner we're going to be up to our waist already. We've just started. We're not ready yet.
It's cold. I think the backpack's coming off, but guys, it's up to their chest.
The first girl's up to her neck.
Oh no. People are turning around and coming back.
All right. We've only started, so we gotta do it. Otherwise, we didn't hike.
So the back of my left shoe came off while coming across. I was like, don't lose your shoe.
All right.
I'm too short to.
Be glad you're 5'10". So how was that?
It was bearable. Bearable. Would do again because it's only gonna get better from here. We can already see the first waterfall. So the whole hike is 16 miles and you can just keep going and going. There is just turn after turn after turn. So we had our snack and we are going to go back. And how was it so far?
We've gone 2.5 miles. We're good to go back.
We're good. We did our exercise for the day. So We get to go back in waist-high water now that we've warmed up.
Oh no, not looking forward to that part.
All right, we'll see you back at the Airstream. Like the one singular spot you can feel the air conditioning, right? No, there's no spot. So we have been back at the Airstream for a few hours and we have just been dragging. It is so hot in here and we couldn't figure out what it was until we realized the air conditioning isn't working, and it is 104 degrees today, so that is an issue. We went through the entire Airstream and figured out ways we could try to reduce heat in here. Ended up opening the door and opening up the awning and just kind of using like the breeze and what we could, and of course closing the skylights so the sun doesn't hit us so hard. But it's been a little bit of a struggle, but we're just kind of trying to get work done and stay cool for now. But wish us luck because it is a very hot day here in Utah. And now to end the day, I have to get some work done for my job, but at least I have a beautiful view and a hot tub to relax in after. Zion will always be one of my favorite national parks, and living here the last week or so has just cemented that love. Finally being on the West Coast is definitely different than I imagined, however. So much open space, everything feels more relaxed and laid back, and I can't tell how much of that is me and how much of that is the West Coast culture, but I almost feel out of place here. Odd, like my fast walking and machine gun rapid mind don't match the ocean waves of California or the solitude of the mountains. You can see it in the clothes here too. Everyone wears looser clothes with more movement. I'm not sure how I fit in here yet, and I'm sad that I won't be living out here long enough to really find out yet. But the what ifs don't get me any further, so for now I'll be enjoying my time here and preparing for in a few days when we will attempt the deadliest hike in America. I'll see you soon.